goes into Bynum. There's McAway, but a foul. It's on Durant from behind. That's the 10th block shot by the Thunder. But it's going to send Pau Gasol to the free throw line halfway through this third.
How skilled is Pau Gasol? How about the play he makes, a little give and go with Kobe Bryant on a screen and roll, the shuffle pass on the move to Bynum. Bynum gets a shot block from behind. Gasol stays with it and is going to go to the free throw line. So he has picked up the level of his game here now. 18 points, looking for 19 and 20 at the free throw line.
The regular season, Doug, ended for the Lakers, losing 7 of their last 11 games, and they had set a goal of at least 60 wins and healthy bodies coming in to the playoffs. Some good momentum. They don't have healthy bodies. They didn't get the 60 wins. They don't have momentum. So, as Phil Jackson was singing, we're kind of starting from scratch here.
You know, not much is talked about it, but the Lakers had 14 of their last 21 on the road. They had the great home schedule early, 17 of 21 here. They paid the price down the road, and I thought that it took something out of their team there. But I thought that road schedule took something out of it with all their injuries and stuff. This is young legs right here.
Bynum picked up his second personal foul. Westbrook will be at the free throw line. Go ahead and finish your story.
But that's the way you challenge big guys. You don't float shots up there. But, you know, with Kobe struggling at the end with the injuries and Artest still trying to fit in, you know, Gasol was back from his injury. Bynum was out. The bench was very sketchy and inconsistent. No Luke Walton. We haven't even talked about Sasha Vujacic sprained his ankle. He's been out. He's a key guy off the bench. And as you look at this Laker bench, probably right now, probably the weakest Laker bench that Phil Jackson has had over the last couple seasons. And will that cost him down the road? Because after Odom comes in, everybody else is up and down. There's not a lot of consistency.
So, Coach, we're talking about maybe a group of 6 players he can count on right now?
Well, that's what he's got right now. I mean, and so that's why Shannon Brown and Farmar and these guys who come in, Luke Walton, may have to earn his trust.
Oh, did you see the turn by Kobe and the collision into Collison? Underneath with 5.5 to play here in the third quarter. Kobe's got 20. Collison has 3 fouls.
Now this is when his legs are good right here. See this right here? This is when he goes up and takes that hit. And Craig Sager reported on it. Kobe did not come here today and do his normal 2 hours worth of shooting. Rested his legs, and you know, people don't talk about that knee as much. They talk about that finger, but I think it's a combination. And 44,000 plus minutes in his career, counting the playoffs going into tonight's game. Kevin Garnett and both these guys have been a little testy. We saw Garnett get thrown out the other day, a little edgy. And you know, when you don't feel good and you spend all this time rehabbing and trying to play and icing and therapy in the training room, the game ain't as much fun, and you get a little edgy, a little testy.
Think of all the therapy just to get ready to play by these guys.
Yeah.
The hours every day. Look at Artest with another steal. The dive by Fisher. Wants a timeout, and he gets a timeout. Jump ball. I thought he was going to give it to him, and then I think George Stanford may have changed his mind as he was approaching the huddle. We see Ron Artest, who dyed that hair, by the way, last week. It was initially dyed orange. It's now kind of a Laker off gold, and he has added the stripes for this game, too.
Last play, Kevin, I've talked about it tonight. Anytime Kevin Durant catches that ball and comes to a stop and turns around and exposes that basketball, Artest is knocking that thing loose. And that's another possession right here. That's at least 5 turnovers for Durant. And you look about, you know, you're in a 6-point game. That basketball is precious, and he's going to have to understand Ron Artest arguably has maybe the quickest and strongest hands in basketball. This guy was an all-defensive player, many times Defensive Player of the Year. In 10 of the last 11 years, he has over 100 steals on the season, so you cannot expose that ball around in front of him.
Looks like he's slimmed down a little bit, Doug, as the season is going on.
I think he has. He's in better shape.
This is Durant. Collison with a nice screen. There's an air ball by Kevin. Here come the chance now for the scoring. He's averaging 10 a game, right?
So the other day he had 24 points, but he got to the line 11 times. Only 2 free throws tonight.
Phil Jackson was ridiculing how many times he got to the line. They fined him $35,000 as Green Steps in front of Pau Gasol. But a lot of things, Garnett had said something too about the number of trips that Durant was making to the free throw line, and he was fucking $25,000. It's a lot of money. And here it is right here. Here is what Phil Jackson said. Now, Phil has been known, Doug, to kind of tweak guys before a series begins.
Oh, yeah.
And that's a foul. That's going to be in Los Angeles. Green just picked up his second foul moments ago. Looks like Pau Gasol has been up. Fisher has just picked up his third.
What you're going to see now is you're going to see games starting to get testy, edgy. This is a huge game. I mean, if Oklahoma City wins this game tonight, they get home court. The Lakers win, they go up 2-0, substantial 2-0 lead. This game here is very, very important.
Sefolosha trying to get it, and does. Rolls it to Bryant. Handed by Sefolosha. A foul ball on Tabo. That is his second personal foul. This is the most inexperienced team, Doug. Their core is the most inexperienced core of playoff-bound players since 1952. 6 of the 9 guys in the rotation are in their first playoff experience. What a stage against the defending champions of the NBA beginning in Los Angeles.
Well, I love their demeanor. You know, even when they're not playing well, you don't see them, you know, getting all up and down. So they just keep playing. You know, as Scotty Brooks has talked, they just keep playing. And that's what they've done tonight. Through bad stretches, through good stretches, you would never know the difference.
The shot clock is down to 8 for Kobe Bryant against Sefolosha. Wide open is Fisher. 1 of 6. 1 of 7. Offensive rebound by Gasol. Test. Another flanker by Ron, who struggled tonight, 2 of 8. Collison digs it out. Here comes Westbrook. Green. Westbrook over by
Jackson talked about those corner threes lead to fast breaks, and the Lakers were very fortunate at that time because they weren't able to really corral the rebound.
Fisher does not have the stroke tonight. Los Angeles +9 in rebounding, by the way, as Green takes it the other way for Oklahoma City. Westbrook is 4 of 8. So he and Fisher both have 3 personal fouls. Kobe knocked it away. Collison is right there. And it's picked up with bodies on the floor and a Laker foul, and it goes inside on Pau Gasol. Jug number 2 on him.
Kevin, you know, you start seeing a team a couple times. I mean, that's why these series, as they go on, you play against the same guy, he elbows you, knocks you around. You see that guy about 48 hours later. You get agitated here. You remember the shot he gave you 2 games ago, and that's why as playoff series go on, you hear me talk about it all the time. You got to navigate your emotions. You know, everything gets heated, it gets hot. You've got to keep it cool and stuff. And it's going to be interesting to see what happens as this series moves on.
People often ask how Doug and I get to the arena. Well, we get our Hemi-powered Chrysler 300 SRT 8. Doug takes it down Rodeo Boulevard. Riding down the 405. Here comes the chariot with the Hall of Fame coach, Doug Collins.
Play with toughness. Play with toughness every time. Every mistake we made, they scored. Make them score off of our toughness, off of our plan. Keep fighting it. Keep fighting it. Guys, play basketball with toughness every time down the court. Let's go. Let's go.
Coach, I'm going back to some of your keys. A better start. Oklahoma City got that for Scott Brooks. The power and speed, the 3-point disparity. Durant's got 21. So when you take a look at this score late in the third, what do you see? What's this game told you so far?
Well, again, that Oklahoma City, I mean, they're shooting the ball so poorly from the 3-point line. Again, 4 of 15. They're only outscored by 3, like you said. But if you go back to all the games they played against the Lakers in the regular season playoffs, 23 for 109. 21% Oklahoma shot behind the line against the Lakers this season.
Bakken is in. No field goals either way for over 3 minutes. Sefolosha to Durant. Late close by Fisher. Kevin Durant has put in 24.
Now, how about this young guy, though? The last time he shot that shot in that same spot, he shot an air ball.
Right.
And just lined it up and knocked it down.
2 headliners right there. 3 to play. Oh, and a steal by Westbrook. And they're going to let him take it in. He was lightly recruited. And until Jordan Farmar left UCLA to go pro, a scholarship was not available from Ben Howland.